I'm Congressman Greg Stanton. I'm here with Terry Ehrman, who is a member of my Veterans Advisory Council, but is involved in every veteran organization around town. I mean, just really almost commits his life to supporting his fellow veterans, which is something so admirable. Today we're going to shooting this video. I want to talk to you about your time in service, and then afterwards what you've done for the community as a way to honor you and on behalf of all of our veterans on Veterans Day. So Noah, who you know from my team, it was his idea, and I think it's a really good idea to do a little bit of a oral history with some of our veterans. So Terry, welcome, and if you could just start out by introducing yourself.
Yeah,
who you are, your branch of the service, your length of service, and rank, and anything else you want to say as a way of introduction. Your hat gives it away too, by the way.
Terry Ehrman. I was an Army medic, 1967 to 1970. So obviously I spent an extensive amount of time in Vietnam, and I'm very glad to have survived that war. After I got out of the service, I went into medical care for about 12 years since I had the medical background.
Sure.
And all along, I have always realized that brotherhood that happens with people, especially those that are in combat or in the military, I think it leads to a sense of service and community for the rest of your life. So I'm very glad to have that. I've had extensive support, including from you, Congressman Stanton, now and also when you were mayor of Phoenix. And I think that makes a difference. I'm very proud of the fact that the state of Arizona has a very strong veteran support community. And part of the reason why we're so strong is because we have the support of our congressional representatives. So I think that's critical. There's still a lot more that can be done. My colleagues and I were talking about some of the things that are on the agenda in the near future, but we've made a lot of progress, and we want to continue along.
Well, I appreciate that, and you make me a better member of Congress with your ideas and your passion. And so, bills that I've introduced, resolutions I've introduced, have come directly from our Veterans Advisory Committee, particularly yourself.
Right.
And you did bring a picture of you, which
yeah,
that was when you were serving our country in Vietnam, and you look the same today. You look great.
Yeah, sure.
That's a cool picture.
Yeah. Well, I was 20 years old in that picture. I was 20 years old when I actually enlisted. I was during a period of time when we had the draft, and the draft was up for me. And the reason I enlisted is because if I enlisted, I could choose my MOS, the job that I did when I was in the military, and I figured if I was going to have to go to Vietnam anyway, I wanted to be a medic and be able to help out in that way.
That's great.
Still today, the best decision I've ever made. So
I really appreciate that. I was going to ask you what motivated you to join, but you just gave the answer. And for you to be enlisted during the Vietnam era is an incredibly honorable thing for you to do. What did you get out of the service? What you were hoping to? What were your takeaways from your time in military service?
Well, I mean, a big one is General Sherman, war is hell. There's no doubt about it. It's, hopefully we'll evolve to the point where we don't have to have war anymore. It's very disconcerting to see all these terrible conflicts going on in various parts of the world currently. Yeah. But I think we have a lot of knowledge. We have a lot of understanding. We just need to put it to good use to make sure that we're doing the things that we can do to reduce or minimize the amount of time and energy and treasure and lives we need to put into fighting each other, because war is not a way to solve problems. We're using it as a problem solver, and at this point in time, if we haven't learned anything else from human history, it's that war does not solve problems.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Well, one of the things I love about you and the other members of the Veterans Advisory Committee, you serve your country, and you continue to serve community. I mean, so much of your time is giving back in a volunteer way to help the community. Tell us a little bit more what you do for the community. You made a particular passion for helping unhoused veterans and getting them back on their feet. So tell us a little bit more about the work you're doing now to support the veteran community.
Part of the reason is when I got out of the military, for a period of time I was going through homelessness myself.
Wow.
And I was very young at the time. I was only in my early 20s. This was before I got married and got in a career and so forth. So when I retired from my career corporate job, I said I wanted to do something to give back to the community. So I went down to what was then the Human Services campus and started working with all homeless people.
Yeah.
And there were, at that point in time, we had a huge contingent, a huge percentage of the people at the campus were veterans, and a lot of them were like me, Vietnam veterans. So we, a lot of the homeless people and formerly homeless people that were at the campus, set up an organization called the Madison Street Veterans Association, and from that we developed Manna House, which is a transitional living center for homeless veterans, currently run by Catholic Charities Community Services. So we banded together as a self-help group, and it's been extremely successful. The one thing I always say about veterans is once you've answered that call to service, it stays with you for the rest of your life, which is, I think, is the reason we find so many veterans, even late in life, still giving back to their community in ways that make sense.
I got to visit Manna House a few times, even spent the night one night,
did.
and I saw the magic of what you did, and that is to create a military-style environment for so many of the folks that were experiencing homelessness, that are veterans. You know, their time in the military was the highlight of their life, and it was very regimented, and they worked together, and they got up at a certain time together, et cetera. And so you, at Manna House, you kind of created that environment that that reminded them of the best years of their lives and helped them get their feet underneath them and get back into the community and back into employment, et cetera. It was really, really amazing what you created there.
It's interesting. It may not be part of this, but we talked a lot about when we knew you were going to come over, when you said you wanted to come over and stay, how we were going to treat you. And at first we thought, well, we'll set up a special room and we'll give them some, give them the VIP treatment and all of that. And finally we said, nope, we're going to treat him just like he's a homeless veteran walking off the street. Yeah. We made you sleep in what we called the swamp, which was the first place that veterans usually came into. Ran you through the whole program, and
That's great.
It was wonderful to have
was a great night,
support and understanding.
Well, as you, one of the things you do is help me as a Congress member support better policy as it relates to veterans, but we still have a long way to go. And so give us, what are your thoughts? What should government or Congress be doing more at this time to support our veterans?
I think it's absolutely critical that we pay attention to one of the things that's happening. The lack of affordability of housing is affecting everybody. Seniors, veterans, families that have disabilities. And we need to make sure that that's one of the things that's high on the agenda, both on the local level and on the federal level, because we have an increase in homelessness. One of the segments of the demographic groups that is increasing the most for homelessness are seniors, and a lot of those are veterans. So we can't continue to allow that to happen. We have to find solutions to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to have a place to live.
And one of the things I also appreciate about you is you want to make sure that the bad actors that say they're supporting veterans but really aren't doing the work get eliminated from the system, and you only have the truly good ones that are really serving, doing the good work for the community are recommended by either the VA or other organizations. And so I just really appreciate your willingness to do the work to make sure that veterans are getting good advice about where to go to get help.
Yeah, in Arizona we were promoting last year and this year a thing called the Claim Shark Bill.
Yeah.
And basically that's to prevent people that are going in and basically preying on veterans by offering them, making them pay for services that they can get for free from either the Arizona Department of Veteran Services or the VA or some of the outstanding organizations like the American Legion, the VFW, Disabled American Veterans, that do all those services for veterans without charging.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that's a key initiative that we have going currently.
I just want to say thank you for your service and happy Veterans Day, and for all you do for your fellow veterans. It's one of the most admirable things I get to see in my time in public life, so you are greatly appreciated.
Thank you, and we appreciate you as well.
All right, keep going on, stay young.
Thanks, yeah.
Good picture.